3 outs remain for Parker Aiden and the Bismarck Larks as the Larks lead 8-3 as we enter the top of the 9th inning. Justin Rumfield, Ryan Castro, and Joseph Moroviec are due up for the Hot Tots. Aiden's first pitch is on the knees of Rumfield. It's 0-1.
And you mentioned it, Aiden getting a chance to face the 5, 6, 7 hitters. This Hot Tots lineup not super deep after those first 4, so a good chance for Parker Aiden to finish this one out clean for the Larks.
The 0-1 pitch is hit on the ground up the middle. Ormonde races over, fires off his back foot in time. What a play by Dean Ormonde. He covered a lot of ground in a short amount of time and just flung that ball out toward first base. This defense has been incredible tonight.
Yeah, in a game where we've continued to see the middle infield flash the leather, that might have been the most impressive play of the game, which is kind of hard to choose from in a game that's seen so many good defensive plays for the Larks.
I mean, let's talk about 3. I think last inning you have one at Ricardo Aponte where you just saw an absolute missile over to first base. You had one from Carson Luna where he had a Derek Jeter-esque play as he ranged into the hole on the left side. And then that one looked like a surefire base hit up the middle, but Ormonde said not today. It's 1-0 on Ryan Castro, who's 0 for 3 in this game. Aiden's pitch is on the outside corner, 1-1 on Castro.
Yeah, Ormonde's had a couple of plays. I mean, we talked about that one foul ball that he tracked down on the first base line, or I don't know if it was quite foul, but that he tracked down just a couple of innings ago over the shoulder.
Ground ball to the left side of the infield. Aponte charging in, and that throw is going to get away. The runner's going to stay put at first, so Aponte avoids his second error of the night as that'll be an infield single for Ryan Castro.
And the good thing is he threw the ball so hard that it bounced back towards Grant Ross, so he didn't have as far to go to get to it. Keeps the runner at first base there with 1 out.
There's never a doubt that Ricardo Aponte has the arm strength. He came into this season having caught and played some outfield at the Indiana University of Pennsylvania. I'm not sure if he was expecting to play third base this summer, but he's done a pretty good job stepping in. And he has been fantastic offensively, which is why he has played so many different positions defensively.
Joseph Moroviec still hasn't had a hit tonight, looking for his first hit, as the Hot Tots need 5 runs to dig themselves out of this hole, having scored their only runs in the first inning tonight against the Larks.
Yeah, Castro has speed off first, but that speed doesn't really matter right now as the 1-0 pitch connects with the strike zone, and it's 1-1 on Moroviec.
Carson Luna playing pretty much directly behind the second base bag right now, leaving a big gap over there on the left side of the infield.
Yeah, he's definitely shading the lefty hitter over toward the middle infield as that pitch is fouled away by Moroviec. It's 1-2. And I think something that might be lost on these teams is how important the Dakota Dust-Up rivalry is to the fans, right? The Larks do not want to lose the Dakota Dust-Up for the first time this season. Now, they can't win. They're 4-6. But if they hold on here tonight and then take a game tomorrow, they will have tied the series at 6-6. So
still something to play for out there for sure.
There's a runner on second now after the Wilds pitch. It's 2-2 on Moroviec. TJ Stottlemyre stands on deck. Matt Toomey in the top of the order is in the hole. Strike 3 looking. Aiden strikes out Moroviec, and the Hot Tots are down to their final out.
Aiden's second strikeout of the game, and I think what is really impressive for the Larks, we talked about them not having to go to their bullpen much. They're going to, more than likely get out of this game using just 2 pitchers, and the 2 pitchers only combined for 4 strikeouts. So it's just been really solid work on the mound and really solid work by the defense behind them.
Stottlemyre takes a strike on the knees. It's 0-1. That was one of the keys today, was 4 or less pitchers. If the Larks get out of this game using just 2 pitchers, which it looks like they will, that's just going to do a tremendous amount of work in giving their bullpen rest. The 0-1 pitch is chopped foul. It's 0-2, and Aiden is just one strike away.
Got to imagine Mark Wiedemeyer will sleep a little more sound tonight, knowing that he only had 2 pitchers throw in this game, if that ends up being the case.
And he will have a well-rested bullpen for the second game of this series up at Corbett Field in Minot. The fans are on their feet here at Municipal Ballpark. 0-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Just outside, 1-2 on Stottlemyre.
Parker Aiden consistent on the bump so far tonight in this relief outing. Just doing a really good job keeping that speed around 85. He's done nice, had some nice movement on his pitches.
We'll see what he goes to here. 1-2 pitch, hit on the ground up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. They're going to wave home Castro. The play at the plate, he is out. That's how this game ends. Deshaun Harris throws out Ryan Castro at the plate, and the Larks take down the Hot Tots 8-3. Now it's Braden Jochums with space on the left wing, but Jochums couldn't handle the puck to get a shot off as 2 Bruins wall him off, and that'll draw a penalty out to the boards where Connor Toohey gets there. Mazenko heads for the bench. Taven James on it, tied up in the skates of Lipset, which draws the whistle after the delayed penalty. Toros will go to the First Western Bank and Trust power play with 13:34 to play here in the first period. Heading to the box for the Austin Bruins is Evan Malkasian.
Toros power play has not struggled of late, 23.5%. Still good for second in the league. Bruins PK, 85.51. That is 7th best.
Toros 1 for 3 last night, scoring on the Adam Mahler goal. First power play unit out, Jesse Yahala, Jack O'Hanneson, Billy Batten, Ian Spencer, and Adam Mahler. Yahala in the circle, wins the draw. Batten plays it back for Ian Spencer, down to the half wall. O'Hanneson back up top for Spencer. Sweeps it across top of the zone. Adam Mahler onto the right wing. Yahala skates in, fires, and it comes up into the neutral ice where Adam Mahler will chase down the puck. Mahler circling back in the Toros zone. He'll pause behind the net of Mazenko. And now begins up the far side of the ice, leaves it back for Batten. Across to Ian Spencer, left for Jesse Yahala, chips it into the Bruins zone. Ashton Bynum on the puck as he fires it down the ice, and Will Mazenko will leave it for Adam Mahler. A couple of quick clears from the Bruins.
Toros need to get something set up.
Billy Batten charging up the ice on the Pepsi logo. Gives it to Jesse Yahala. Yahala moves into the zone, back for Ian Spencer. Up top, Adam Mahler over to the right side for O'Hanneson. Cross ice, pass got tipped. Yahala retrieves it off the wall. Now it's Adam Mahler over for O'Hanneson with space, fires a shot off the glass once again. Yahala has it with space to move down. Instead, he sends a pass across where O'Hanneson will grab it. O'Hanneson drops it up top for Mahler over to Yahala. Yahala skates in, looking cross ice for O'Hanneson, but it was behind him as O'Hanneson misplays the puck. It comes out to the neutral ice. Adam Mahler heads for the bench, but Jesse Yahala and O'Hanneson stay on the ice. Yahala forced back into the neutral ice. Toros have gotten a partial change in, and now Yahala and O'Hanneson will head to the bench, and the second power play unit will be on the ice in its entirety. Gavin Middendorf racing ahead, taking it off the puck, but John Small picks it up. Small circling back away from Svantesson, finds Gavin Middendorf, who will sweep it around the boards. Carl Axelson grabs the puck, swings it off the glass. Jordan Gibbs across for Middendorf. Middendorf looking inside. Time expires on the penalty. Jordan Gibbs shot, save made. Rebound, is it still loose? It's covered by Axelson with 11:28 to play. Bruins kill the penalty.
Ian Spencer picks up his 29th of the season. I'm sorry, 24th of the season. John Small with his 29th assist.
24 goals is a team lead for the Toros. Gavin Middendorf has 23 with the Toros. Middendorf 32 on the season, 4th in the league, but important to note that Middendorf came to the Toros. His first game was on December 31st.
Acquired via trade over the Christmas break.
Dane Ramirez lined up to take a one-timer off the draw, and he does. Shot, score! Ramirez! His second of the year, and the Toros have a 2-0 lead. Pribula now keeps it himself, and he's going to slide for a pickup of 8. So Pribula comes into the game, hands it off for a 20-yard gain, now keeps it himself for 8, and Penn State is at the 50-yard line, and it's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, Bo Pribula, so far, he looks pretty comfortable. I mean, this is quite the game to get thrown into for your first start. I mean, not first start, but to get thrown into here on the road against a confident Badgers team in Camp Randall, one of the better environments in college football. We'll see how he responds.
Pribula all alone in the backfield. Singleton in motion, fakes the handoff. Now Pribula. Pribula looking over to his right, pass too far out in front of Singleton, who is being guarded by Jake Chaney. Chaney with good defense, not much of a chance for Pribula, so Pribula really just trying to find the grass out there, and it's 3rd and 2.
Yeah, and he's going to try to settle in. And if you're Wisconsin, throw some heat at him. Throw some pressure. Do not let him settle into the game. Do not let him get comfortable. He's a redshirt sophomore, and probably the biggest game of Penn State's season so far. An immense amount of pressure on his shoulders to get after him. Knock him off comfort.
They stacked the offensive line. Looked like they were going under center. Now returning to the shotgun. Pribula with a man in his backfield. 2 receivers out right. Pribula fakes the handoff. Now looking for Tyler Warren, and he has him. Warren picks up at least 2, and they're going to signal to move the chains, so Penn State gets the first down. The one thing Pribula does have on his side is rather than coming right into the game, he had halftime to prepare.
That is true. And it was a good play, honestly, by the Wisconsin cornerbacks. They jumped that route. They're just a second late. And, I mean, when you're trying to jump a route on a 6'6", 200-plus pound tight end, it's not very easy to get around such a big frame to break that pass up.
We'll see how willing Penn State is to throw the ball down the field with their backup quarterback, Bo Pribula, now that Drew Aller is out due to injury. They're going to hand it off. No, it's a read option. Pribula keeps it himself, and he'll pick up about 4 yards on the carry. That looks to be what they're trying to run with Pribula. They're trying to keep it on the ground. Pribula very comfortable to keep it himself.
Yeah.
And so keeping it there on the QB option. 2nd and 7 from the Wisconsin 43.
And I know there's not much tape to go off in Bo Pribula's career, but, I mean, just judging on the first few sequences here, it's clear that he is probably a little more mobile than Drew Aller is. We've seen a couple read options, a quarterback draw. That's clearly a more mobile and athletic quarterback in the game now. Maybe Penn State's a little more willing to go with quarterback runs.
Badgers trying to bring the pressure. Pribula drops back, looking down the left sideline, but the pass too short, intended for Tyler Warren. He was looking all the way down to the Badger 20-yard line, but as that one falls short, it's now 3rd and 7.
An okay throw. If Pribula led Warren out to the outside, that's a catch and a big gain. Instead, he kind of underthrew it, forced Warren to come back to try to get that ball through the cornerback, close to the ground. Not the greatest throw. We'll see what happens here. Crowd up on their feet. Big 3rd down.
3rd and 7. They're going to go. Well, they've been going from the shotgun all game. That's not much news. Katron Allen in the backfield now. Pribula takes the snap. Pribula shovels it forward to Allen. Allen trying to get to the edge. Can he? He's going to be short at the Wisconsin 39-yard line. It's going to be 4th and about 3. This is really the in-between point for Penn State. You don't want to punt from the Wisconsin 39, but you still have 3 yards to go.
And Thomas had his hands on him right at the beginning of that play. Great job again by the Badgers to gang tackle, swarm to the ball, and stop him. The Penn State offense is back out on the field.
James Franklin is showing a lot of trust in his redshirt sophomore QB, Bo Pribula. First drive of this game for Pribula. He takes the snap, but flags fly. It's going to be it's going to be a false start. That's going to make it 4th and 8. That's going to force Penn State to punt, and that sends Camp Randall into a frenzy.